I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen for some fun future things, and it's just not working the way I want it to. So we'll get going here in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I'm excited to be here, excited that you're here working on your dancing skills. It's fun to have a passion in life. We all know this world is just, it's crazy, isn't it? I can't go there very often. I get stuck there, you know. Um, there's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of good stuff and there's a lot of bad stuff. So, dancing for me is a consistent thing to help keep my mental health stable. So, we'll get going in just a couple minutes. We're doing the rotating basic follow. All right. So, yeah, get just a couple minutes. Now you can hear me, right? I forgot to turn on my microphone. So I apologize. But basically, I was saying, welcome to another live class. Excited that you're here. I'm happy to be here. Let's dance and go to our happy place and work on our skills so that it can feel like our happy place. All right. So today we are doing the rotating American Cha-Cha Basic for the follow. Okay. So without further ado, let's do it. All right. So remember, more importantly than where our feet are going, is it's extremely important to hold ourselves correctly. Okay. Not only for ourselves, but also for our partner. Okay. So let's go over those necessities. First, we want our feet turned out slightly, right? Okay. And then also we want to have that forward poise, right? With the weight in the balls of our feet versus backward poise where we're falling backwards like this. Okay, but again, my spine is staying straight. I'm not bending forward to get that forward poise. Actually, when you bend forward like this, it still feels pretty split weight, right? Do that for a second. Why does that happen? Because you're sending half of your weight to the back and half to the front, right? So that does not create the poise that we want. We want 80% of our weight forward and 20% left in the back, okay? So forward poise, good posture. Our shoulders are stacked on top of our hips, which are on top of our knees, which are on top of our ankles, okay? And we are moving from the core, right? We're shifting from our core to move. We are not sending our foot over like this, okay? So we are going to start with your right foot today. Everybody shake that right foot. If you want to learn the follow part, you will always start with the right foot. So I'm going to turn around here. Remember, we had two main elements that make up our basic. We have the rock steps, right? And we have the chassés. So we're going to start with the rock steps. We're going to take that right foot and we're going to go back with it. We're going to rock back. And then return to closing your feet. Switch your weight so your left foot is now free. And then rock forward. Close the feet. Now your right foot is free. Now you're going to rock back. Close the feet. Now left foot forward. Close the feet. Left foot back. Okay, do it from another angle. Here we go. My feet are turned out. I've got my forward poise. I'm not really showing the frame yet because we haven't talked much about that. As long as you're keeping your core nice and pulled up, you should be creating good habits. So don't worry about the frame yet. We will talk about that tomorrow. All right. So we have back on the right, back, rock, close, forward on the left, rock, close. Keeping that forward poise like I talked about yesterday when we were learning the lead, okay? So that we don't lose our poise when we're going backwards. We want to imagine somebody pulling from the tailbone, and that's the first thing, going back. And then when we're going forward, somebody's pulling not from our head, but from our chest to come forward, okay? So back from the tailbone, forward from the chest, okay? Right foot is always going back for the cha-cha basic. Left foot will always go forward for the cha-cha basic, okay? All right, now let's look at those chassé steps. Let's review them, okay? Remember, chassé simply means side step in ballroom jargon, okay? Translation is side step. Remember, we want to keep them right underneath us. We don't want to be stepping way big outside of ourselves, okay? So let's go ahead and go to the left first. We're going to take small steps. Our feet are turned out. We have our forward poise, and we're just practicing reviewing those chassé steps. All right, now let's go to the right. Again, good posture, good poise. My feet are turned out. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay, so in the cha-cha, you're going to have side, close, side. Okay, some people think about it 1, 2, 3 steps. Some people think about it as a chassé and a half. Okay, however you want to think about it to remember, I'll say it a bunch of different ways, so find the one that resonates with you to help you memorize it, okay? But we're going to try that going to the left and then to the right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, side together, side, side together, side, side together, side. Chassé side, chassé side. My feet are turned out. My forward poise is there. My posture is there. 1, 2, 3. Something to note here that when I've completed one side and I'm getting ready to go to the next side to switch my sides, I don't just leave my foot where it's at, right? Because it's slightly outside of my hip. I move it back underneath my hip to take that step. Move it back underneath my hip to take that step, okay? Otherwise, if you don't do that, your step is going to be too big, okay? So looking at that one more time, going to the left, we go 1, 2, 3, forward poise. 1, 2, 3, feet out. 1, 2, 3, side, close, side, okay? Now, in the cha-cha, those 3 steps have different beat values, okay? This is relating to the timing, okay? 2 of those steps have a half of a beat value, and the third one, the last one, has a full beat, okay? So we're going to go half, half, full, and start developing that timing, all right? So starting with that left foot, we have half, half, full, half, half, full, half, half, full, half, half, full, okay? Now, because that third step is a full beat, we're going to take it and make it a slightly bigger step than their first 2 steps, all right? So let's apply that, okay? Just because I'm saying slightly bigger still doesn't mean that it's going to be way outside of my hip, especially because I'm moving my core. I'm still going to step underneath myself. That is super important. My core is moving bigger to create a bigger step, okay? It's not that I'm saying feet, small step. My core knows, okay, these have to be small, and then this one is big. So my core moves small and then big. That's important to note, okay? Eventually, that's how you want to be moving, not just with your feet, all right? So let's practice the little and the bigs. Going to the left first. We have our feet turned out and our forward poise. We're going little, little, and bigger. Little, little, and bigger, right? Because this is half a beat, full beat. 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 All right? Now, let's set that to the side for a minute and go back to the rock steps. What is our beat value for the rock steps? Okay? Each part of the rock gets 1 beat, okay? So a full rock step is going to be 2 beats, Let me explain and demonstrate, right? So we're taking that right foot back. Remember, our right foot always went back. This is one beat, rocking onto the right foot, and then replacing your weight forward to that left foot is another beat, okay? So 1 full beat, 2 full beats. 1, 2, okay? Now, same thing, it's the same exact way for the left foot going forward, okay? So left foot going forward, this is a full beat. Then when we return our weight to the right foot going back, that's another full beat, all right? So we have 1 beat, 1 beat, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? So if we're looking at the cha-cha timing and the basic, every single step you take is 1 full beat minus the first 2 chassé steps, okay? So let's look at it slowly all together. We're going to start with the rock steps, okay? So we're going to start rocking back on the right foot, okay? After that, now you're going to do your 3 chassés to the right. You're going to go small, small, big. Now your left foot is free to go forward. Remember, left foot always goes forward. Rock forward, replace. Now we go to the left chassé. 1, 2, 3. Rock back, replace. 1, 2, 3. Rock forward, rock, replace. 1, 2, 3. Adding those beat values. Here we go. 1 beat, 1 beat. Half, half, 1 beat. 1 beat, 1 beat. Half a beat, full beat. Okay? So if we're counting it up in sequence with our numbers, it should be a full 8 count when we complete the full basic. Let's try it out. Okay? So let's see. Let's count numbers here. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yay, it worked, okay? So now we're constructing this basic. We're almost there. We haven't put the rotation in there yet. We've got the rock steps and the side steps in the right sequence, okay? And we have the correct directions going. We got the right foot going back, left foot going forward, chassé to the right, chassé to the left. Now, there's a special way that we have to start the cha-cha, okay? Because the way it matches with the music, cha-cha music has a very heavy accent on beat 1, okay? Now, if you look at our basic, what step sticks out the most? When I ask this question, a lot of times people say the rock step, and I would kind of agree with that, yes. However, there's 2 of them, so it's not, I guess there's 2 of the big step too. But with those cha-cha, the side steps, this one, that last side step, that's the one that we really want to accent and to showcase because it matches the accents in the music, okay, which helps us feel good about our dancing. It feels like we're riding the music and not working so hard, okay? So I say all that so that we realize what we're going to do is we're going to start with that accented step, okay? So remember, when we were doing chassés to the right, we went half, half, full, okay? This last full step is actually beat 1, count 1. So we have to start with that step, okay? So everybody get your right foot free, all right? You're going to step to the side, full beat, 1. Now your left foot is free. Remember, when the left foot is free and we're ready to rock, which we are, we go forward. Left always leads forward, okay? So left is going forward. That's count 2. This is count 3. Now we do our chassés. 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, and here we are back at home. 1, back at the beginning where we started. Okay, let's look at that again. We've got count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4 and 5. Back rock 6, replace 7, small chassé 8, and back to the beginning 1. All right. If you're getting lost, That's okay. Please know it's not your fault. That's my fault. I'm the instructor, right? So if you're a little lost, just leave me a little question or let me know where you're lost at. Or if you don't even know, just describe it the best that you can, and I will adjust my teaching to help you, okay? I'm always telling my students that. Don't worry if you're not getting it. It's not on you. This is our job as professional instructors, right? We should know how to transfer the knowledge, okay? A little bit harder online because I'm not seeing what you're doing and how your body works. But if you can communicate with me a little bit, we'll figure it out for you. But let's try to put that all together slow and gradually work up our speed. All right. So start to the right. Right foot is ready. We're starting with that side, and then we're going to rock forward on the left immediately after. Ready? Okay, here we go. 1, rock forward. 2, 3, chassés. 4 and 1, rock back. 2, 3, chassés. 4 and 1, rock forward. 2, 3, chassés. 4 and 1, rock, rock. Cha, cha, 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 1. We'll go a little faster. Ready? Here we go. Cha, cha, 1, rock, rock. Cha, cha, 1, rock, rock. Cha, cha, 1, rock, rock. Cha, cha, 1. A little bit faster. Cha, cha, 1, rock, rock. Cha, cha, 1. My feet are turned out. My belly button's pulled up. I've got the poise. My chest is open. My back is strong, so I'm nice and balanced. Okay? All right? Cha, cha, rock, step. 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. All right, let's add the rotation. As a follow, the rotation is so much easier when you're doing it with your partner. It'll make more sense. So as we're doing this today, I want you to imagine your partner in front of you, okay, as I'm going to do and kind of explain where they're at, because you want to know what you're supposed to do as a follow. You want to know the right way, of course. But it's our job okay, so if the lead starts the action, it's our job to finish it. And if he starts it and it's not 100% correct, or it's stepping a little off, and we do it 100% the right way, it's not going to sync up well. So we have this really fine line as a follow where we have to do things well and right, but we also have to stay with our partner. It's a really, really cool skill to be able to have. So that being said, I'm going to teach you when the guys should be rotating it, so you know, okay? But when you're out there dancing, please follow your lead. If he decides to rotate it at a different spot than everybody else, follow him and rotate him with that, because then the dance is going to be a lot more enjoyable for the both of you, okay? It's also going to help support all the hard work and the posture and the poise that you're doing, because if you're not in sync with your partner, your posture and your poise go out the window, okay? So posture and poise are like number one important thing ever, always, 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 always. Is what makes you look good and what makes you feel good. It helps your health, okay? So we never compromise that, but we can sometimes compromise where our feet are going because of what our lead is doing. Okay, so that being said, when we rotate as a follow, it is going to happen on our first side, and for us, that's our right side, correct? So when we start, we step over to the right. This is our right side of the basic. Does that make sense to you? And now I'm heading to my left side. This is my left side of my basic. Now I'm heading back over to my right side. Okay, is that clear? I hope so. So when we rotate, it's going to happen on our right side, okay? Essentially, what's going to happen? As you rock forward, let me put my back to you. As you rock forward, the rotation, if you look at your left shoulder and rotate this way, that's the way it's going to rotate. Okay, or you can think counterclockwise. Okay, so as you go into your forward rock, you're going to imagine that you start going forward, but as you're going forward, your lead is opening, it's turning away from you. So you have to follow him. See, I'm following with my body, and I'm still doing my rock step forward and back. Okay, so even though my body is not staying still on top, right? This would be staying still. I'm still going to do that rocking action as my body rotates. You see that? Okay, so you're doing two things at once. This is why dancing is so good for us. That's why all the doctors are always making those posts, like keep dancing. It's good for your brain, for the neurons firing and all that connectivity to yourself. So we're on the right side. We take our first step, 1. As we rock forward, we rotate to our left. We finish our back rock. You're probably going to get up to 90 degrees rotation. Okay, so you'll be facing a new wall at the end of that. Okay, then you go ahead and take off to your left side basic. So I just finished my forward rock. So I do my cha-cha and my side step, right? On this left side, nothing's going to happen. Okay, we're going to stay exactly where we're at. Okay, and then again, as I'm rocking forward or my right side of my basic, I'm following my partner's rotation. Then I go back into my cha-chas. I do my back rock, nothing happens. I do my next cha-chas, and I do my forward rock, which means I'm going to rotate. Okay, if you're like me and your left and right kind of change versus based on where you're at, and it's hard to figure out what side is left and right, then just remember forward rock. Whenever you're forward rocking, that's when you're going to be rotating. Now, if you're dancing with a more advanced person, they're probably going to be rotating on both of the rock steps. And that's when you got to use that advice I just gave you, is to follow your partner. Your job is to keep your hips and your shoulders right in front of him. Okay, so wherever his hips and shoulders are going, you need to work yourself to get in front of that. All right, so let's look at it. Let's do 4 of them in a row, because by the time we're done with 4, we should be back to where we started. Okay, to make this easiest so that you can follow along, I am going to turn around and start it, which means you'll be able to watch me for most of the time, except when we get to the full 180, I'll be looking at your back. Okay, so just go with it, try it the best you can, and when we do the next rotation, you can check in to see if you're at the same spot. All right, let's give it a try. So we are starting at our wall 1, okay? And we start with our basic. We go side, forward rock and rotate to wall 2. Cha, cha, cha. Finish your basic without rotation. Cha, cha, cha. Forward rock, rotate to the next wall. Cha, cha, cha. Finishing the basic without rotation. Cha, cha, 1. Forward rock with rotation. Cha, cha, 1. Finishing the basic without rotation. Cha, cha, 1. Forward rock with rotation. Cha, cha, 1. Back to where we started. How'd it go? I think no response is a good response. Again, like if you are struggling with something, please don't be embarrassed. Don't feel any certain way about that. I've been there. My students go there. It's all part of the process. So just share with me, and I promise you I'll help you get over it, whatever it may be, okay? So that's it. That is the follow part. I'm super excited to be back here tomorrow with Mike, and we'll show you how to put them together. Not only that, which will give you a nice visual, but we will be talking briefly about the communication, not verbal communication, but the lead and follow communication, and how to stay in communication and clear communication, right? So that we feel connected not only with each other, but with the music and all that. And it's a great dance. So really looking forward to that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Drop me a comment, say hi, okay? See you next time tomorrow.